Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching me from. How are you all doing? How is your Tuesday going? How are you? Yes, I'm asking you that is going to watch this video or you that is watching me right now. How are you? How are you doing? All right. It's another beautiful day that the Lord has made, and we shall rejoice and be glad in it. And guess what, guys? My weather is popping. Yeah. So today's weather is 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Remember a few days ago on Saturday, I told you it was 25 degrees, but right now I can say we are having a fabulous weather. All right. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, amazing people. My name is Ify Oyoyo, and you're welcome to my live stream. Thank you for joining me today on another interesting discussion. And thank you guys for the thumbs up. Thank you for the like. And if you're meeting me for the first time, it's yours truly, Oyoyo. All right. Get you, Cynthia. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you. So you can see from my title and my thumbnail, you already have an idea what we are going to be talking about today. We'll be talking about Yul Edochie and being in the darkest of place right now. So, and if you're watching me from Facebook, thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share so that we can have more people on this discussion. Estelle Family TV, thank you. All right. I hope I shared myself out so we can be able to deliberate on today's matter. What am I talking about today? I'm talking about you being in the darkest of places. I'm talking about you, Yul Edochie, a prayer for him. Why am I not here to crucify you? Because it's not in my place to do that. However, we're going to be pointing out on some of the things that we felt was done wrongly and some of the things that could have, you know, been managed better. All of those are what we'll be discussing today, and also the need for us to pray for him and what is going on around him, and also for a healthy mental state. All right. The unique. Wow, sis, how have you been? Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me today. It's been a long time. I trust you and your family are doing okay. Thank you for joining me today. All right. So we all know what happened to Yul and Edochie on March 29th, 2023, when they lost their first son, who recently turned 16 years of age. And also, you guys must have been aware about Yul Edochie, especially making all the wrongest of headlines last year. He coming out to break the news that he took a second wife and he has fathered another child from the second wife. And all of those, we all know the story. If you're a familiar face here, you know the story because from time to time we've discussed about all of that. May Edochie, Yul Edochie, Judy Austin Edochie, all of them. We've talked about, they made the news last year and it was not just a one-time news. All right. Oh, V Unique, you're not feeling well. Please, my prayers goes to you. Please feel better. I hope you've gone to the hospital, you've seen the doctors, and you're also resting. I hope you're resting as well. Please feel better. Okay? All right. So when you broke the news of him taking a second wife and all the information he kept on bringing to the social media, calling himself a very proud polygamist and what have you, nobody knew what might happen. In fact, the life we live is not even in our hands, if we can see it from that perspective. And that's why it's good to be good no matter what. It's good to be, first of all, good to yourself so that you can have that to give to others. Because if you're not good to yourself, if you don't love yourself, you can never love others, neither will you ever have anything good to share with others. So it's good to be good, it's good to be good, it's good to be kind, it's good to love yourself, it's good to love others. Nobody, if you cannot say you know exactly what is going to happen in the next hour, we have no idea. Everything is orchestrated by God, He handles everything. So last year, let me do a refresher course for those that might be watching this for the first time. Last year, Yul Edochie, a Nigerian movie maker, movie director, movie executive, and actor as well, went on social media to announce to the world that he has taken a second wife. And that came because Gist Lover was dropping pieces of information about you. Gist Lover at the time had not mentioned anybody's name in what he was writing, but he said the gist was coming. The next thing you did was to take that information from Gist Lover, broke the gist himself, and the world was let loose. Why am I saying the word let loose? I'm going to say one or two things here so that we can have a take home, words that we can get from this video. If you want to preserve your sanity, take your information out of social media. The biggest mistake Yul Edochie made last year was bringing that announcement on social media. Though Gist Lover was trying to break the information, is he said, she said, your word against mine. You have no reason bringing the whole thing upon yourself. That, to me, was the biggest mistake Yul Edochie made last year. Breaking that news. And after he did that, he kept on adding to it, kept on making short videos, telling us the reason why he took a second wife, that people will not understand. There are some kind of people that will come into your life, you can't let go. He kept at it. And he began to cash out from it. His page became the place every advertiser wants to put out their information. Every product, every service, every goods maker, every merchandise, we are sourcing for him. At some point, he brought his charge rate on social media. People were diving, advertising. Nigerians call it catching cruise. You can actually say he was catching cruise at the time. At some point, he came and said he was the most talked about person on the internet alongside Peter Obi of Labour Party. That brought another attack on him. A lot of people were like, how dare you compare yourself with Peter Obi and what have you. So he kept at it. He milked Instagram at the time. He made use of social media for his own financial gain. At some point, he brought the news that after taking a second wife, he has even profited the first wife. Now the first wife is famous. Now the first wife is a celebrity, and it has also profited him. People also came at him. So he used his handle at the time, all in the name of catching cruise, but people did not stop trolling him. Did all the internet online stop? No. Have they stopped right now? No. Sometimes we use our own hands to bring some kind of pain to us that sometimes we wish it was the other way around. That if I had known, I wouldn't have done this, I would have done this, and all of that. Those are the things that might come into play when the drums start beating in the music we do not understand. All right, let me welcome my beautiful people here. Joe, my able Joe. Thank you for being here, Joe. Thank you, Checkers TV. I appreciate you. Thank you, all of you for joining me today on another interesting discussion. Treasures this one, Yoma. Thank you. Okay, WhatsApp audio. Guys, I'm having a call and it's not the right time, so pardon me about that. Let me quickly tell the person, okay, I don't have to answer. All right. So he did all of those last year. That was 2023. He gave himself self-acclaimed most trending person in Nigeria on YouTube, on Instagram, on Google, and what have you. People called him out severally, but he did not take caution. He did not take control of the whole situation. I'm going to say this. To most people, social media is now a change agent. And to others, social media is a means where people come to troll people. If there is nothing we have learned from what happened in this case, let's learn not to bring our family personal stories on social media. And if you haven't learned anything about social media, or rather, the power of social media, take it from Nigerian INEC Select presidential person, okay? In the person of Bala Blue, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he told his followers and people that care to hear that he can never go on social media again. That those people, they do not have any joy. That those people, in fact, they tore him into pieces. That he can never survive on social media. That is a very great lesson for anybody to take home. If you think you can do anything these days and get away with it, be careful. Because if the social media in-laws and fans and friends and well-wishers should dive on you, that might be the beginning of your everything, the beginning of your fall, the beginning of your lost glory, your depression, your darkest moment. It could be. The social media these days isn't smiling, and I can guarantee you that they are not slowing down. So when Yul was having a swell time, according to Nigerian phrase, catching cruise, and he was very tough. He claimed he is tough, that whatever they are saying does not affect him or will never affect him. It was so nonchalant about all the name calling, all the trolls and what have you. Beauty by NJ, thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate you. I'll be reading comments in a few, but I need us to understand that this thing happening to Yul Edochie did not start overnight. It did not just start because his son passed. It has been on the news for one whole year. Tell me, no matter how thick skin you think you got some thick skin, there is no way they will drag your name, drag you for 1 year, and you will not feel the pain. There is no way. There is no way. I don't see that person that they will drag and drag for 12 months, 365 days. Not one person dragging you, not one channel. Multitude of people on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, and on Twitter, dragging your name here and there for a whole 1 year. Tell me how you're not going to feel the pain. But the impression Yul Edochie gave people last year, I'm the tough guy. When things start slowing down, he will come up again. I'm a proud polygamist. I am a prophet. He kept on fueling the internet and he kept on buzzing. He kept on buzzing seriously. Was there all those games? Was it at the detriment of somebody? Some people will say, some school of thought will say it was at the detriment of the first wife's peace of mind. Because the lady you heard hasn't said a word, but you kept on saying things. At some point, he even made a public apology. Somebody made a post. He went under that post, and he kept at it. He kept at it. All of this thing boils down to what is happening today. All of it. So our situation had it, they now lost their son in the mix of all the dragging back and forth. How could you destroy your home by marrying a second wife? You cheated on your wife, you broke the marriage vow, all of it. The one that really was very, very devastating, that nobody can say, yes, it's a walk in the park. No, is the pain of losing a child. That pain that you don't have control over. That pain that it will only take the grace of God for you to survive it. That is what the one that made everything so bad. When Kambili Chukwu Edochie passed, the young son of Yul Edochie, Yul Edochie, at the age of 16, a lot of us were heartbroken. I personally couldn't just understand why. I was feeling feeling pain for May, for Yul, and at the same time for Judy, because we know our culture and our society. If anything should go wrong in a polygamous home, it's the other house that is doing you. So I felt pain for the three of them. But the pain, the greatest of it will be on the mother of that child. That was where the majority of the pain will rest. because she will think about the sleepless night of 16 years, think about the 9 months sleepless night, the childbearing, the raising the child, the bond you have created with your child. She will factor every of those things into her pain. The child that would have been the husband she will look up to, since the husband Yul Edochie was already a husband to another. There are so many things that might be going on in May's mind. So their level of pains vary. So I understood a little bit because I've lost a sibling and I watched my mother weep losing a young son. I watched my mother weep till date. My brother passed 13 years ago. Till today, my mother still remembers her first son. She still remembers if he were to be alive. So it's not a pain that you just say once the person is buried, it's all gone. No, it's a pain that will be a constant reminder to your daily life until it is end for you. So that's the pain the parents of these children, especially the mother, will feel. All right, welcome all of you. Let me go ahead and read some comments. I like my live stream to be conversational, so let me catch up on comments and then I will continue. Thank you, guys. Fighters on social media. He says social media gives him high blood pressure. That's exactly what Bala Blue said. Social media gives him high BP, so he does not go on social media again. You got it so right. That's what Bala Blue said. Making fun of what he should have taken so seriously. Yes, that was exactly what happened last year. Yul was taking it as if he was for cruise catching, but May was the one bearing the pain in silence. Yes, Yul matter don't take time too much. One thing is that he never budged. He is the most sexiest man. Imagine him, a man with grown-up children, a man that hurt his wife and no sorry, no remorse. We still remember. We still do. I feel so bad for that boy's death. I was like another pain to me. Yes. Let me turn off my heater. Yes, it is another pain. And this one cannot even be compared to you, to what you did to me. The pain May has now over this child is nothing to compare to what you did to me. That one, you can understand somebody, your husband might walk out tomorrow, say, I'm not going to do again. But your child living, that you can't hold that child anymore. You can't call his name again. You can't see him. You can't send him on errand. He can't tease you. You can't tease him. That is the pain that you're going to live with for the rest of your life. God willing, you'll be able to conquer it and come out telling you that he is in a better place. That is the last consolation words. The moment you realize your child is in a better place, comfort might set in. But it's very difficult, in all honesty. It is. It is very difficult. So terrible. No mother deserves to go through all this. Absolutely. I understand you, Beauty by Angie. The father might not feel that hard, but the feel for me is too much. I mean, in the midst of all the saga in the family, wow. Yes, that is true, Joe. That is true. My mother too, she never forget the death of my older brother. I tell you, they don't forget. They don't forget. If that boy's age mate, if they start getting married, the mother will remember. If they are building houses in the village, they will remember. If they come home for Christmas, the moment he sights the boy's age grade, that is a reminder. And the day his birthday, any of that month, that birthday month, any day, like if he were to be today, to 11th of April every year, the mother will remember. We don't forget. But God will find a way. He always does, has a way of making it look better. So why am I saying that Yul is at the darkest place? Indeed, he is at the darkest place. We saw what happened yesterday on his Instagram. The first time he came out on social media to do something was to delete all the picture. He started by deleting everything that has to do with Judy Austin's son, all the adverts he did last year, all the videos he did last year, and all of that. He deleted all of those. And then 5 hours later, he came back and cleared everything on his post, leaving it blank. I want to tell you guys this essence of all the live stream today. him being in a dark place. Let me take you guys back a little to when Genevieve Naji deleted everything on her Instagram page, every picture, every post, every write-up, deleted everything, and he unfollowed everybody. People scream, Genevieve is going through depression. She has been checked in a rehab. Genevieve this, Genevieve that. A lot of people made videos about it. A lot of people said a lot of things about it. That is someone who found herself in a dark place. When Davido lost his son, Ifeanyi, Davido did the same thing. After a few months, he went on and deleted every post on his profile to leaving only Ifeanyi's picture there. He deleted everything. That is being in a dark place. You don't want to see those things because they are constant reminder of your pain. You want to get over with it. You want to not see them. You just don't want to see them. And for you, it will be much pain because if as a human being, you'll be recurring after he broke the news on the internet, then he started making adverts for people, charging them 150,000 per post and all of that, advertising his page, calling himself the most trafficked Instagram account on social media. He called himself the most trending, the most searchable person. He likened himself to P2B as the most. We all remember how it all played out. We all remember. But look at it now. If only he had treaded with caution or had even placed himself in the position of his first wife, May, maybe the trolls would have even understood it better. Why am I saying that the biggest mistake Yul Edochie made last year was bringing that story to the internet? He's not the only man in Nigeria that married a second wife. Quote me anywhere, I will tell you yes. He's not. But why is his own always on social media? Because the rest of the men did not make any news about it. If you find out, so be it. They did not come to tell you I'm a proud polygamist. They did not come to tell you this. They did not come to tell you that. When that was happening, Messiah Ibe got married to somebody's husband. They dragged Messiah Ibe, then that one slowed down. Regina Daniel is married as the fifth wife. Who is talking about Ned Nwoko? The same manner they spoke about Yul Edochie. And recently, there was one that came out on social media recently, a Yoruba actress that was the lady that said that people on the internet, they have no joy, that they don't have respect anymore, they don't respect elders. The husband took a second wife. Who heard about it? Nobody. Did any of these men I called, did they come to on social media to say, this is announcing that I've taken a second wife? No. No. I am a proud polygamist. No. It's like Ned Nwoko coming to say the other wife, Zukwanike. No. None of them did that. But then it was cruise. And that was why Yul gathered a lot of people hating on him. Because they felt he has no emotion, no remorse over what he did to his wife. And why am I saying that social media is a tool agent? It's a change agent. It is. It's no longer the time when people do things and they get away with it. These days, if you do something and bring it on social media, the social media in-laws are going to drag the living daylight out of you. We should all be careful. Know what you share. Let me even play this scenario here so that we can understand. If Yul Edochie had married that Judy, and when Gist Lover started bringing that information, there is a Nollywood actress that he's going to share it on the platform that just got married and the wife did not know about it. What Yul would have done is to run back to the first wife and start making amends and start asking me, this is what it is. Anyway, you can forgive me, sweetheart, let's work on it. Rather, he brought himself all out. That is the wrongest mistake of the day, of the year, if I will put it, because it happened last year. All right. So, guys, I'll be dropping my link. I need to hear your conversation on this. I need to hear your contribution. I need to hear your opinion. If you have anything to share with us today, Please, please, please don't hesitate to share while I go ahead and read some of the comments that came in newly. All right. So, okay. Yes, I see where I stopped. So let's go ahead. And Checkers TV said, "You are very correct. The mother never forget. God strengthened me." Absolutely. That is the fact. That is the fact. Women, we don't forget, especially if you, and those ones happen to be always your favorite son. That person will continue. If my son was, as if the ones alive are no longer children, but that one that passed, just like the lost sheep. You know what the Bible said, that instead of you lost one sheep out of 100, and then you abandoned the 99 and started looking for one. Just similar thing like that. The Unique is here. Beautiful. How you doing?
Sis, I'm
The
fine now. I
Oh,
can hear you.
how
I'm
you
fine.
doing?
I'm better.
You're better. Please, oh, please, please, please. Feel better. Feel better.
Thank you. You're looking so gorgeous.
Thank you, Anyoma. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, what do you have to share with us today on this?
Honestly, sis, since I heard about the death of this young boy, I have been crying. I'm not crying that, how do I put this? I am crying for me because that lady has been through a lot. No woman deserves to go through all that. For her, when she sat down and think how she started with Yul Edochie, I know she's just coming out to show us a strong woman, but inside we all know that this woman is depressed.
Mm-hmm.
When she sat down and think how she started everything, and the outcome is like this, no woman deserves it. According to what Gist Lover said, Yul Edochie welcome the baby girl from Judy Austin. And within that week, all these things are happening. Her shop being robbed, welcoming a baby girl from the second wife. She's still in the pain of another woman taking over her husband, and she lost her son.
Her son, yeah.
Honestly, no woman deserves that.
Mm.
No woman. My mom lost a child 40 years ago. I'm 41. My immediate younger brother is 40. Do you know that it was last month that was his birthday? My mom called me and she was crying.
Wow.
She was crying.
Even after 40 years, you
I'm
see.
telling you, a 66 years old woman, she was crying. She said,
Mm.
had it been my son is here, he
That
would have
is it.
gotten married, bear children for me, grandchildren, all this. She was saying so many things that that boy would have done. And
Mm.
his first son. It's not easy. I know how my mom felt. I can't even console her. I had to call everyone, we start talking to her and before she calmed down. You can imagine my mom at 66 is going through this. You can imagine what May is going through. Seriously, no one deserves that. Sometimes I do talk to men. I will say to them, what goes around comes around. If you're doing this to hurt this person, you don't know what tomorrow will bring. Tomorrow they said is pregnant. You don't know what that tomorrow will bring. So young, what widest imagination, he never, and he
Never
will
thought about
never,
this.
everything in his thoughts that he will be losing his son. You
Yeah.
understand me? With all this gara 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 maga maga he was doing last year. I keep saying that this guy will just put himself in trouble. And this is it. I didn't know it's this kind of trouble that he's going to
Yeah.
put himself in. I thought maybe another thing, but oh, I felt for me, seriously, sis. No woman
Do you
deserves
know
this.
what I
No
was
woman.
even thinking? I said it in one of the videos I made, that since he has opened the door for his second wife, maybe a third one will come. Those are
Yes, yes,
the kind
that's
of
where my
thought.
mind is.
You can, not even a child. Nobody saw this coming. Nobody.
It's so painful, seriously. It's so painful. I don't know. I don't know why men keep doing this, honestly. I don't know why they keep We still have good men. I am not condemning all men. We still have good men.
Yeah.
We have men that are family oriented, men that respect their family, respect where they come from,
Mhm.
respect their wife, respect their children. We still have those men. They are there. And we still have, because to me, Sarah Martins made a post that snatch a good man from a lousy woman. And I said to her, you will snatch, that's what they call principalities. You will snatch idiots, you will snatch nonsense.
Ah, I
That is
like
what you're
that.
going to
You know, I made
snatch.
a live stream
Yes.
about it. I made a live
Yes,
stream.
because you cannot snatch a good man, a family oriented man, a man that respects his family, respects his wife, respects his children. You can never snatch such men. You will
Hmm.
snatch men that make themselves available to be snatched, not
Yes.
the family oriented ones, not the ones that respect their family and respect where they come from. You will snatch men that make themselves available, those stupid ones that don't know where they come from, that don't have respect for women. That is the men you will snatch because Yul Edochie fall in that space. He humiliated me. He insulted that woman, forgetting the years they lived together. They suffered together. You were not in when this lady met you. And you told her, she said, I will manage with you. And she built you. Man built that guy. Look at. I saw one of the posts, he said, "Men Zukwanike." Jesus. We come and come like this. Oh. No,
Hmm.
no. No. My sister. Mm-mm.
Last year I was of the opinion, honestly, that that's me, okay, because I am different from May. The way I would take things is different from how May. I would have walked away. How dare you? That is my kind of person. I would have told you, okay, enough of what you did to me. You now coming to rubbish it the more, telling me Zukwanike in the public of Igwe mad, as if I'm the one that caused the problem. I would have given him straight up divorce, straight. I wouldn't even waste time. Move on, straight. Nobody wants anybody's headache or tears. Sincerely, if you want to give your tears, give it unto the Lord, not the one that you give me sleepless night. No, no. If he has gotten to that, that is it for me. If you cannot justify any reason why you did what you did, and then I could see reasons with you, there is nothing to justify in this Yul Edochie. It's not that May never had a son, May never had a child, May never had. Do you understand? There are some things that will happen in your life. You say, I know it's because I am barren. That's why my husband is doing this. I know because he wants a son and I don't have a son. That's why my husband is doing this. Do you understand? But there is nothing to justify what he did.
I'm telling you, May had four beautiful kids for you, three boys and one girl. What else do you want? That woman, she's beautiful. You know, the way this woman handled this thing, sis when them, I will not do. I go weary, I go crazy. As in Nigeria, I go gather. But I don't know. That woman taught me a lot. Seriously. I keep saying it. That woman taught me a lot. That everything is not whoa, they create and all that.
Yeah.
Seriously speaking, that woman taught me a lot. I don't know the planet me, Yul Edochie come from. Me, from where I come from, I go crazy. I go mad. Nigeria go gather. The world will turn upside down. But the way she handled everything, her maturity is top notch. I cannot, honestly speaking, I cannot, oh, because somebody must die. Somebody, yes. Eh.
Be unique.
Honestly, sis, I'm telling you the truth.
You see,
I'm telling
you see,
you.
that is
That's
the
the
thing.
truth.
You see, Munich is sharing her own peace of mind, and that's how majority of people would have handled that thing. But sincerely speaking, nobody was dying for. The day anybody would die, I've never seen somebody they buried alongside with another person, except in those days when we were in elementary school, they would tell us that Obi of furniture died. Everybody should not come to school because if they capture you, they will use you for burial. Things like that, which you cannot be sure that none of those actually happen. Maybe in the olden days they used to do that. So for the fact that if I buy today because of you, they're not going to bury you with me. So I decided to make sure I enjoy my peace of mind. if that's what it has come to. So marriage should be for better, for good. You understand? Not for better when you rub me in the mud. You say me it's for better, for worse. Mm-mm. For better, for worse doesn't mean that you can, will I say disrespect me. For better, for worse, I should be patching and managing. No, if it's not working, it's not working. We can find our separate ways and call it a day. We'll meet at the table when we have to raise our children. That's the way I say it. Nobody worth dying for. So don't let yourself be subjected to that person they will use as an object instead of a human being that you are. Cheke says something. Yes, she's just a queen, strong, calm, smart, no noise. Absolutely. May Edochie is very gentle, articulated. Her quietness, humility, and maturity is second to none. Absolutely. You can see people appreciated May for how she handled the whole thing. And Be Unique is one of those that said May taught her a lesson that everything is not Tibo Zobo. If you're Igbo, you understand what that means.
Honestly, sis, honestly, I'm telling you the truth. Giving advice, if I am meant to, you know, if I'm meant to mentor a young marriage, because some of my friends, they will call me, they will say, this and this, that and that. You know what I would do? I would direct them to me. I said, if this lady, eh, we handle this and still come out with a smiling face, then what is it? Nobody wants your tears. Oh. Live, for you to live. If
Yeah.
it's not working, it's not a do or die affair. That's
It's
my
not.
advice now. Even me as a human being, it's not a do or die affair. I used to tell myself now.
Yeah, it's not a do or die. I keep saying it. It has always been my
No,
slogan.
so,
I
so
even
that
told
lady is
my
working a
husband.
lot.
I
That
told
lady
my
is working a
husband
lot.
in the first year of marriage, I say, see, Oga, see, let's just be honest with ourselves, okay? The day I stop making you happy, we might call it a day. And you understand? I can't live a miserable life. Two of us, when you're a potato, like what you from morning to night, no smiling. I don't like want that kind of life. You understand? If it has gotten to the point that I am a pain to your life, or you a pain to my life, it's not supposed to be that way. Marriage should be enjoyed, but these days, marriage is more correlated than being enjoyed. That's what I see most people. They don't even take care of themselves or their husband taking care of them, but they are still in it. You know your husband has 3 or 4 side chicks outside, but you're still in that marriage. What are you doing anymore? For my children, for the sake of my children. Oh, no, no, no. That's the way I say it. No, everybody, you have the right to happiness. I have the right to happiness. What you did, according to Sarah, anyway, I've done a bit on her story. I really wish I don't have to mention her name. She did not help her friend Judy at all. She caused more problem for Judy than good. Coming to air how Yul and Judy fell in love. How is none of you? You're not in the place to discuss all of those. It's
See, let
Judy's
me tell you
personal life.
something. Let me tell you something. You know, they said, birds of the same feather, they flock together. Do you know Sarah is a divorcee?
Yeah, I
She
know.
said, someone brought up her story saying that she married at the early age, according to the person. She had kids for the guy.
Mhm.
That she was doing some sort of things that are not good, that made the guy fell in love with the maid and got married to the maid.
She
You
debunked
know,
it.
yes. To her wildest imagination, she never believed that her story would come up on social media.
But
No, 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 no,
host,
no.
host, she said that wasn't true. She debunked that story, that it wasn't
It's
true.
a lie. It's a lie. The lady in question, she said anybody that can get this lady for her, that we should do so thing. Within 5 hours, she brought down the video. The lady went to Akwakuma police station, reported herself, and the police people were calling Sarah Martins. Oh yeah, oh, you said this lady deformated this and do that and did this to you. Oh yeah, come and see her here. Why didn't she come? If it's not true.
Hmm.
In Daddy Freeze, one of Daddy Free's life, she came. Daddy Freeze invited her to talk to her about that post, that lousy post she made. She
Hmm.
was like she's catching cruise. She said it there that she was once married, but she married early when she was 18 years old. So
Hmm.
Daddy Freeze now asked her what happened. For you to see that They are in the same line. She and Judy, they are in the same line. These people claiming to be a Messiah. You were once married. Why didn't you turn that Messiah in your own time and save your marriage and not to be divorced? Why coming to another woman's home to claim Messiah? To claim everyone mad, to claim Onyamuma and prayer warrior. Why? That's the question I'm asking. Because she was once married, she couldn't keep her home. So coming into another woman's home to come and keep that woman's home, that means you are a Messiah now. Since you can't keep your own, you want to keep another woman's home.
Yeah, that the lady Sarah, even in that at the freeze second last video, she came to talk about that post. She failed to understand how insensitive those things she said were. And I don't understand why it was so difficult for her to know that it's highly insensitive for you to make a post like that you should go and snatch a good man. What happened to good men finding you? If you're that good, must you be waiting until somebody find another person's daughter? Then you go and snatch them. So you mean you are not good enough? You're not, a man can't see you and want you. Anyway, let me welcome Joe. Joe, sorry to have forgotten that you were here all this while. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for joining me today. Joe is joining me from Facebook. As a man, Joe, what do you have to say with all of these things happening around you? And
Good evening, ma.
good evening. Welcome to the live show.
Yes, ma. Thank you, ma. How is everything, ma? His family.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's it's so touching. Like I don't even know where to start from, but you know, and I kept saying it right from the onset, and I will still continue to say it that Yul Edochie didn't undo this thing with maturity at all. Now, just like what the other co-host said, if there is a man who really appreciates family, who really understands what family is, would not be snatched away by somebody else. Yeah, I think I'll have to agree with that to some extent because, when she made that statement, then I now trace back to my own storyline. I think I once shared that here before. So when I trace back and I realized that, yes, of the truth, if there is a man who really appreciates family, who really knows the value of family, another woman will not come into your life or snatch that happiness away from you. And that is what actually happened to you here. Now, all the whole scenario happened, and yet you still feel proud of it, ignoring May's emotions, ignoring her totally, and you're still coming online, still going on, catching crews, saying all sort of rubbish, and now the son is dead. I mean, why deleting the pictures? Because to me, just like the example I made over there, Aisha and Odoguna, they've come together. But those trash that they posted on Facebook can never be eradicated. I'm just imagining how that child that they hold at hand, where the child now grow up and gets angry with his mates, and they come out with that video and play the video to the child and tell him, look at how your mommy and your father were doing. So I'm trying to imagine that. So now you brought all these things to social media when you're supposed to have addressed this thing amicably with May. Fine, it's a mistake. We are human beings, we are prone to mistakes. There are some people, they might not pray for a polygamous family, but along the long run something might occur, and there might be a mistake. Fine, we accept it that way. But at least you should have called May and called the other Judy and called them together and said, okay, let's settle this. Call your dad too as well, and let them settle this thing amicably, because you really hurt May's feelings. It's not as if when May got married to you, you were already living large, you were living big. She helped you, groomed you together. You guys both built each other together. She stood by you when there was nothing. So now things are not going well with you now. Then you now feel that the next thing to do now is just bring in an unwelcome guest to the house. And you did that. You didn't even try to sit down to calm yourself down and try to correct, even though it's a stain that cannot be erased. But at least put in, put in like let them see that yes, you're trying to
You are
make things right.
trying at least.
you are trying to make this. At least let May see that effort. Even though this thing cannot be eradicated, the fact that you already have another second wife can never be eradicated from May. But please, at least try to make effort that yes, okay, this man is really trying. Yes, at least with that effort, May can be convinced that okay, yes, this man truly it was a mistake. But instead, you are going out claiming you are the most top person on Instagram after Peter B. You are talking all trash, and people will be there and be like, oh, is this not the same person who was trying to run for a post in the political affairs? So
Yeah.
he didn't remember all this. He didn't really remember all these things, and he kept like, I'm a man, and honestly, I don't know, maybe because I just hate polygamous. That's why, and I'll never ever support you in this idea. He fucked up right from the beginning, and even till now, he's still fucking up. Why deleting all those pictures? To me, I see it as nonsense. Why deleting
Okay.
those pictures?
Thank you so much, Joe. Thank you.
You're welcome, man.
All right. So let me mute you. Okay. See, you, Leduce, never, nobody saw what happened to them. Definitely, we are not God, so we can't see all of that. But the thing is, he messed up, okay? He messed up. Accepting that you're at fault, accepting your mistake, accepting your responsibility is another thing. I was talking with my husband this morning. There is something, it's just a minor thing that happened to somebody. We made a suggestion, you should go ahead and do it this way. Then these people are in Nigeria. So they called me that, look, oh, that the thing is not working. I say, you see, that was why we are telling you 2 days or 3 days ago, handle it this way in case of anything so you can be able to cover up time. So the person is busy complaining about the person that was handling the transaction. But for me, I know the person handling the transaction did not do a good job. But first of all, I wanted that person to own up to her part of the obligation. If you had taken preliminary measures, you understand, this wouldn't have happened. That was what a lot of people, especially the online in-laws, expected from you, Ledoche. Take responsibility for your action. Take the whole story out of social media. Call on your wife so that you guys can discuss. But people did not see that. It was until the tail end of last year that he now made a public apology to me. We all saw it played out. And the reason why he's deleting the pictures is to avoid people talking about him. But would that stop? No. We are here gathered still talking about him. The thing is this.
Sorry to come in this. Like I said, he already brought the problem. I've said it this thing before. I didn't even know that the son was even going to die the as time goes by. I said it right from when this news broke up. I said he already brought this problem on himself already by coming out there, even saying all trash of rubbish, calling himself Odogu. Odogu for what? Like your home is on fire. You're not paying attention to the home. Instead, you place social media ahead of even, let's say you're even advertising on your post for how much, 150,000 or what. That means you're not paying attention to your first one. Like, man, like if I keep saying this, like I'm kind of being emotional, not for
I
him, but
know,
for
I
me,
know.
for me herself, because I'm trying to imagine what May is feeling right now. She's still dragging her home saga, like trying to be careful, quiet, and now this has come upon her again. Like I'm trying to imagine what she'll be feeling right now. Sorry.
Wow. Thank you so much, Joe. Joe, can you mute? Okay. Hearing a man talk, you understand? Joe is also from a polygamous home, so he has first-hand information and dealings that could come out from that situation. And that's why he's talking with so much emotion. Please, 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 we understand, Joe. We completely understand how you feel. But like my contributor here said, Treasure just said, you made messes of the whole thing. Maybe deleting the picture now on IG is their new way of grieving, just like Davido did. Yes, that is what it simply means. It simply means they are grieving, they are not happy. So deleting your picture is a new way. To some people, is a sign of depression. You understand? You're going through a lot of anxiety, you're going through a lot of things happening in your mind. And let's not forget, the mind is where the whole battle is fought. It is where the whole battle. Your mind can play you tricks. Yul Edochie is a human being. I know now that he's grieving the loss of his first son. You understand? He'll be thinking, what kind of thing did I get myself into? Why did I marry this lady? Am I the only person that got a woman pregnant? No. Few months ago, was it in January? A woman from, was it Cameroon or Ghana, Kenya or something like that, had a baby for Cubana chief priest. Cubana chief priest said, "It's not my child. Oh. How, where, when?" The lady came and said everything that happened between them, how they met on one day, and all of from a restaurant to hotel to baby making, And then the lady is crying for help. Eventually, Cubana chief priest agreed to take responsibility of doing, let them do DNA. If the child happens to be mine, I'm going to take care of the child. But am I going to marry this woman? No. Do you think this is going to wreck my marriage? No. I have a strong bond with my wife. My wife will forgive me and will move on. Those are how men do behave these days. Okay, fine. I messed up. Okay, fine. You think you can come and break my relationship with my wife? It's not happening. But that is a different ball game for me and you. They've been in this relationship for 17 years. It was actually very close to their 18th year of marriage that this whole thing boomerang. It was on their 18th year. They could have been celebrating 18th year by
18th year
October.
by. Sorry, I want to come in again. Like to me, I still feel that it is not a mistake from you, given the way just like the example you made now about Cubana. That one now you can feel that yes, that he is applying maturity, he's trying to make things right. But in this Yule case, I think the whole stuff probably maybe it was even the second wife. She was the one that actually pushed you to come and make it public because probably the relationship has been going in underneath. And to the extent that maybe it was not the second wife that now told him that okay, please, I cannot longer be the side chick. Like if those kind of conversations can happen between a man and a woman. Like no, I cannot longer be your side chick. If you cannot make me known to everybody, then that means you don't love me. Those kind of tricks. I know those kind of tricks. Women do play those kind of tricks on men. Like how do I know you love me if you cannot prove me to the world that yes, you cannot show me to the world. So I believe that is the trick that the second wife pushed you too. That was the angle you pushed into the rest of that. That's why you had to come out and make that post on social media. So to me, I feel your own is not a mistake. I'm still convinced about it because due to the way the thing panned out, it is not a mistake. It was something that was arranged.
So you feel that Yul was enjoying the relationship and wanted it to continue, and so it wasn't just a mistake.
Man, because do you know why I said that? Because even in the first place, you didn't even accept the fact that he made a mistake.
Yeah, he did not.
It
Yeah.
was he did not. If you remember, it was only after some months and everything. Maybe the father now told him that oh yeah, go ahead and apologize. And he's not apologize. So he didn't even make the apology known in the first place that okay, I am sorry if I regret my actions. So that is what made me feel that, and I'm still very much more convinced that it wasn't a mistake. Like it was this relationship has been ongoing on the underneath. Probably it was now Judy that now pushed him and like, okay, even though you cannot show me to the world that yes, you have me in your life, then that means you don't love me. And he had no other option than to just like, okay, how can I go about it? Then he had to do it that way. Because that is why I'm sick on because you didn't even apologize for what you did. You didn't even go straight to your wife to make it known to her that okay, I am sorry, this is a mistake. So to me, I still feel that it was something that has been going on down it, but just that you didn't see all this drama, all this afterward things that's happened, you didn't see it coming, and it was a shock to him, and that's why every fingers will be pointed at him. Thank you,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah. All right. So it's unfortunate that Yul and May lost their son. Is totally unfortunate. We all grieved and we are still grieving because as a mother, as a parent, you can only imagine what they are going through. You can only imagine a fraction of what they are going through. It's until you wear that shoe, that's when you understand the gravity of the pain. Why I'm saying this, that I watched my mother grieve. When I mean I watched my mother, because of my mother, I refused to cry that I lost my brother. I was when I finally returned to work, my mother was staying with me. When I returned to work, to start, I resume work again. I will, when I finish on my way driving back, I will be in my car. I will cry it home. For the if it traffic in Lagos is 3 hours, I will be crying and I will get home. When I get home, you understand? Because at the time I was working in Lagos, I was a young girl. It was that same my brother that furnished an apartment for me and moved me in. I never paid rent in Lagos. I never did. Say, no, what, you can live by yourself. You're a grown woman now. Furnished my apartment, moved me in. So I felt the pain. So if he comes from overseas, he stays there with me. So when everything started playing out, when he was sick, he was right in my presence. I was the first one that took him to the hospital before he was eventually flown back overseas for medical treatment, and he never came back alive. So we know the pain. You can only feel a fraction when you're not the parent of the child. My mother, when I will come back, if I park my car, I didn't know she noticed me eventually. I will be in that car another hour crying. By the time I finished, I'll wipe my tears, put on a smile, and then come and greet my mother. I never wanted her to see me shed tears because I needed to be strong for her. So I didn't know she was observing me. So one day she now said, hey, when I came, hey, Mama, how are you today? I said, "You better go and say, what do you mean?" And that she said, have I finished crying? I said, what do you mean? She said, yes, that I've been doing this for the past 1 week, that she knows I will pack there. She knows when I get back to work. I don't know how she got to know that that is my daughter that packed, and that is her. So I felt so pain that I had to hold her hands, and we wept together. She said, cry it out is better. Mom, stop bottling up. So losing a child is so painful, especially losing a first son. It's a different thing that you had a baby, the baby came out as a stillborn. It's a different thing you had a baby, convulsion killed the baby at 1 month or 2 months or 3 months or 1 year. Not the child you felt you have finished nurturing. He's becoming a man. Guys, the pain, the pain is too much. And the why is going to be more difficult for me is that for the past 1 year, her name has been in the lips of everybody that knows Yul Edochie. We've been calling May Edochie, Queen May, and all of that. She has been dragged because her husband came to the internet to make public of him taking a second wife and how proud he is doing so. So May felt deflated. She felt neglected, humiliated, and all of that. Not even that you did this, you showed remorse. You were still praising yourself. Diodogu himself. Then when the second wife will post something, you go there and say, "Ijele nwanyị, ọkwụlụ ọkalịsịa." I mean, for let's, when you remember all those things, you find out now the pain for May is even doubled. She's still suffering from what went on last year. Now, the one that the devil decided to do this year is to take her child. It is very painful. And I will tell you guys, at this point, Yul Edochie is adding one or two together. It could be at the point of regret. If I had known, I wouldn't have gone this route. I wouldn't have done this. And then again, I don't know how many of you saw that Ebube prophet or Ebube pastor. There is a new pastor that is reigning online that said it was a femeleme, it was a spiritual thing, and all of that. These things are not even helping this family. If it's a spiritual thing, you're now giving them more reason to doubt themselves. But the thing is that we don't know what the medical science is saying. We don't know if they're doing autopsy. We don't know the cause of death at this point. But when you look at the whole thing, you find out that it's not even easy on anybody. Assuming Yul Edochie is a worshiper at that Prophet Ebuka's church, he will believe what the pastor said, that somebody had, deleted his child. And that is deepest pain for him, because he will now start asking, why? What did I do wrong? Why should somebody do this to my family, to my child? So when you look at it in every ramification, it is pain for Yul Edochie, for May Edochie most especially. And even for Judy, because Judy will say, no, be only me marry second wife. Why my own go enter skoy skoy? Do you understand? So three of them are in pain, different categories of pain, if I will put it that way. Thank you so much, True Crime with Vanessa. Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you. And Treasure G said, Joe is right. Remember, it was not just a one night stand. They had it was we heard it was for 6 years, 6 years of friendship. You are so right. 6 years of friendship. And the girl said, no, I can't continue to be a side chick. It's time for you to make me a legal wife. It could be. Be unique, you dropped and you came back. What do you have to share with us, sis? Be
Since
unique. Okay, okay.
I have something to say. You know, my father came from a polygamous home. When I said polygamy is evil, it's evil.
Mm,
And if men understand that when they are no more, that is worse because their home will turn to Iraq and Iran. When I
mm.
mean Iraq and Iran, there will be fight. And polygamous home brings a lot of jealousy. A lot. I mean a lot of jealousy. Okay, okay. Sorry for that.
It's okay.
And when they find out that all these things, when they are alive, they will try to keep the home together. But
Mhm.
even there will be envy, jealousy. Any little thing, this person will start suspecting this person. This person will start suspecting this person.
Bam.
They can never live freely because they don't trust each other.
Mm.
They don't trust each other. My father, their own, Jesus Christ. Do you know that one of the wives became evil spirits? She
Whoa.
killed a lot. She killed my grandfather. She killed a lot. And when she died, she transferred it to the son. And the son started from where the woman stopped. So, you see, I know they use ear, hear 'em. Even if it is your father that came from a polygamous home, I will not marry you. I'm
Wow.
telling you the truth. I will not. We see Shege in my father's house. This
Wow.
time around, I don't have cousin. I disown everybody. I don't have cousin from my father's side. I only have cousin from my mother's side. If you come to me on Facebook and say hello sis, I will tell Facebook you are a criminal, you are this, you are that. I don't know you. That is
Yeah.
how it is now. I am telling you a little bit from my father's side.
Wow.
Polygamy is evil. If people will understand how evil this thing is, they will not venture into it.
Wow.
I know why Mel said she cannot be numbered. I stand by that lady. I cannot be numbered. Not in a home I built. Not in a home I started. Sometimes when men are doing something, they forget that they are dealing with their fellow human being. This woman, you once loved her. This woman, you once prophesied love to her. You are my life. You are my this. You are my that. What's happened? Since I keep asking that question, do love get soured? Love the sour.
Yes, now people fall out of love. People fall out of love.
How? How? I want to know.
People fall out of love.
How?
Let's assume you were marrying a woman because she's beautiful, right? The moment
Mm-hmm.
that beauty fades away, you're not seeing what you got in the first place. You
Mm-hmm.
start seeing a wrinkled person and all of that. Remember the reason for marrying her, oh, she's so beautiful. And they forget the fact that she's not going to remain beautiful for the rest of the marriage, the duration of the marriage. So once they start seeing a different thing from what they got, they start looking somewhere. They are falling out of love. They stop appreciating that woman. And it could be
And it
that
could be that. Let me also add to that. Like, sorry for cutting you short. Yeah,
okay.
it's possible to fall out of love, and that's why I always say this. Like, once you have a reason for loving somebody, definitely that is not love. Because Okay, if you say you love this person because of her flat tummy, so what if she now finally gave birth and the tummy start coming up? So you will not love her again. Or if you say, okay, you're loving this person because of the way her bust is good, she's okay. What she's now start giving birth and start losing shape? So that means you're not going to love her again. So that's why I just tell people, once you are loving somebody because of one particular thing, that means it is not love. To me, I see it as loss, because so that if that person lost that, or if you say, okay, you're loving this woman because of the way the shape of her eye is, what if she lost her eye? So that means you're not going to love her again. So that is one problem we have. That's when we are confessing love. Sometimes we say, okay, I love this. Fine, yes, there are some things that gets men attracts to women. But once you're having one single reason, you're having one genuine reason for loving that person, that means those kind of love definitely, once that you don't see that thing in that person anymore, then the love fades away. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Joe. Thank you so much. Yes, if you're loving a woman because she's beautiful and all of that, those are not the things that will sustain a marriage in the long run. So once those things are no longer there, that love start fading away. And then some as well, if you marry a good woman and then she turns back and to become a bad person. I've seen those that went through difficulties. They suffered in their growing up and all of that, and eventually married into a comfortable place. They are the first people that, some of them, not all, will be the first people to melt out suffering on the people living with them. I've seen that happen. Then it takes their husband to remind them, but you were once like that woman. When I met you, you were you had nothing. Why can't you be kind to people? Some women will not even remember where they're coming from. So it's both ways. And then when the man is pointing out those characters or those traits, and the party is not willing to change, that person, you can only take a little much. You can only take too much, if I will put it. At some point, you get tired. You start looking elsewhere. That is human nature. It takes God to love us with all our flaws and all our unrighteousness. But a human being can only tolerate much. And then if that woman is not changing, I'm so done with this woman. If the man is not changing, I'm so done with this. You understand? That's what makes us human beings, because we are flawed and we want perfection, which we ourselves are not even perfect. People fall out of love. That is, it has been proved that people fall out of love, even scientifically. Yes, at some point they fall out. But and there are a lot of people that are giving you relationship discussion, how to continue to keep your marriage so that you not say you don't love him anymore, I don't, or he doesn't love me anymore. You have to continue to spice that relationship up. If he's something he likes doing, you can also like doing. She likes doing, you can also like what she likes doing, and then you guys will continue to nurture that marriage. Once you allow the marriage to continue to spread apart like this, from a little opening, it will keep going, and then once you get to a point, it will be difficult for you to come back again. If you notice your man is going away, not paying attention to you when you're talking about something important to you, he's always on the phone. Find out what he's always on the phone doing. Ask him questions, break the silence, have that conversation. But oftentimes we get carried away. Papa Nkechi is always doing that. And then before you know it, you don't know how your husband will gradually slip out of your hand, or your wife will gradually lose interest on the whole thing. It happens. It happens. So, View Unique, you were
Okay,
saying you
okay,
cannot even.
sis. No, okay, sis. People fall out of love. That's what you said. And sometimes love gets soured. And the person you once love, you don't love the person again. My sister-in-law told
It's
me,
not that you don't love the person again. It depends. It depends. It
okay,
must be something that could push that person to stop loving.
okay, okay.
It
My
must be
sister-in-law called me, that was 2 days ago, and she was telling me about a friend. The man said that he has fallen out of love with his wife, that he doesn't feel anything for the woman. So this man keep traveling to Nigeria without, so the wife didn't know that he has a girlfriend and all that. He started prophesying love to that one. That one, his breast is still standing, everything is still sex. Okay, that he will marry her, this and this, that and that. According to my sister-in-law, the relationship has been going on for like 3 years now.
wow.
Do you know what happened? That's why I said you will say people love sour because me I go do you. That's your evening time. Now when I go do you. So one day I don't know what happened in the hotel. According to the woman is in UK. The husband is in Nigeria. So the woman don't know what happened, but according to them, they say the man took overdose of Genewa that will help his Ogunlabenji to stand very well, and it was overdose, and the man has stroke. The girl, the side babe, the new, left him there and ran away.
Wow.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's why I said you say love gets power because I'm coming. The lady left that man there and ran away. So what helped him was one of the cleaners came in and saw him on the floor. It was the lady that raised the alarm that they started calling people, they rushed the man to the hospital. When the man got himself a little, the man said, take me back to that this is his ticket, that he wants to go back. So the man had to call the wife. The wife came down. I go do you for your evening. He said, I know you don't fall out of love with me. This time around is the man's evening time. The dad where the time and the everything for and don't leave and run away. Now that you have nobody, so me that you have fallen out of love with. Now me go call the carry, they pack your shit, they do everything. Now lie you go call that babe, make she come they pack your shit. Now you're now the love of your life. Now
Mm.
you're telling love back to me again that you love me this and this, so that I'll come and be packing your shit and take care of you. No, no, I will not.
This thing you just shared now happened in they shared it in one radio broadcast. How it happened is that um the man at some point started keeping chicks or everywhere, and then eventually fell ill, fell so ill that he couldn't help himself. Guess what the wife did, because the other ones were side chicks. The wife now said, okay, fine. You leave me 2 weeks, you're not back home. You're telling me, yes, that you have somebody that makes you happy. Now that you're ill, I need you to call that lady that makes you happy. So he called the first one. The first one came. The first one came. He said, I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, I moved on since you're no longer, He said, no, can you come? I have something for you. So the lady came. The moment the lady came in, the wife took her phone and then asked her, you know what, this is your lover. He ill. He needs your help. So she locked the door, carried the key on her waist. We are going to sort it out ourselves. All of us will contribute in taking care of the man we have been enjoying. So he called the second lady. The second lady came. That was how she got the two women in the house arrest, all of them. So when the man will, mess up the bed with feces, the wife will call them to go and clean. This one will cover her nose like this, wear all the manner of gloves to clean. The man was watching everything happening, weeping, crying. Then eventually, by the time they did it for 1 week, they now said, okay, fine. You can see they can't even take care of you. They can't even nurture you. They can't even do this because she got the whole house wired to be seeing how everything was playing out. Then by the time they were done, those people left. They never came back. They never called his phone again. They didn't even tell anybody what happened to them. It was a secret they would keep for the rest of their lives. Then, when the man became well, he now started apologizing to the wife. The wife said, no, that I wanted you to feel well so that we will go to court and dissolve the marriage. The man said it will never happen. I am sorry. You know, they shared it on I think a podcast, what the woman did to those side chicks. Say, no, I wasn't the one enjoying him when he made so much money. You were enjoying him. I was just there taking all the pain because he will leave me at home and go and be with you. For that reason, all of you needed to contribute in nurturing him. So the thing is that men don't understand. They fall out of love either because some of us who've had babies, but our stomachs are enlarged. I was going through my closet this morning with a friend of mine on the phone. So I now saw one old dress I used to have. It was size 4. I say, hey, this dress will not fit me again. Oh, she started laughing. She said, no, it can never fit you down. So size 4, that was when I had my when I finished having my second baby, I was size 4. And I really enjoyed that size. But am I still size 4 now? Obviously, no. So we are talking about it. And to some people, they can't, no, no, you can't, you have to go back to that size 4, which is not possible. You understand? It's not possible. And then some men will like, no, 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 my wife is too big. This, the stomach is bulging everywhere. That, the arms. People complain for things that are not necessary. And then that complaint is what is going to push them out there to those young girls looking for who to snatch. Like Sarah said, snatch everything snatchable. Snatch a good man from a lousy woman. Because you've gone through childbearing. You're not talking about how beautiful, you're talking about how to make your children to be more responsible, how to nurture and raise them. You're not even looking at yourself anymore. You're looking at how to hold that family together, everybody, including the man, how to make sure you provide things for. But men want you to be hourglass. And whereby you're not conforming to that, they will start looking for hourglass that will give them the horse ride. Maybe you can't go do horse riding anymore. And all those naughty things that they still want to enjoy. But you've moved on to the next level of being a mother, nurturing everybody and still fulfilling your duty. But because of what it is, some of them do not want to care. So that's
So
one of the
that's one
things.
of the things. But I want to come in here.
Okay. I don't know what
I don't
happens
know what
whenever
happens
you come
whenever
in,
you
you
come
start
in, you start
echoing.
whispering. Okay.
Okay,
Okay. I've,
let me
how is
mute
it like this one? How is it now? I can't hear you.
I
I
muted
muted
myself.
myself. Okay. Like, you know, one thing about we men, I will not say men because I will say we men. Like 99% of us, we are always deceived by what we see, and that's why most times it takes a good woman. She only looks at the heart, not just the view. I'm not. That's why I mentioned good women. I'm not saying all women because, and that's why it's always most times difficult for women to fall in love easily. And once they love you, any guy they see that they love and they love you wholeheartedly, or unless maybe if maybe say they'll come short breakfast like one, two, three times, from that breakfast, you already learned a lot of lesson, and that will sometimes it makes them become what they don't want to become due to because of their experiences, just like you said before. So I think most of we men we are always deceived by what we see. And that's why most times all this falling away in love do happen because once they see something attractive like this, they don't take their time to try to get like to dig deep to know what is happening, like to know more about the person. The only thing is that I'm gonna see this girl, she's a full package. Once they see only the body and everything and they just feel lost away. It only takes few of them that actually looks beyond all these criteria I just mentioned. So that's why most of the times when you talk about falling away from love, most times it happens from the men's side because it was only what they saw that got them attracted, but they didn't look further. They didn't look ahead of okay, what can this person aside from the fact that she's beautiful? Okay, what other things can she bring to the table that you feel it's going to help support your home? But instead, they're just after the body shape, the balls, the tummy, everything. The like. So I think that is another thing that contributes to being falling out of love.
Thank you so much, Joe. Thank you so much. That is an amazing contribution. I really, really enjoyed. So, V Unique, that lady in UK, what eventually happened? Who took care of the man?
The wife is the one taking care of the man. Is my sister-in-law, her best friend. I told her, me, I will not. Oh. This is the man evening time. I go show and check it. What? I go show small way. Small way. You go see small. No, I will take care of it because of our children, no. No, I'll
Yeah,
be, I go there, show him. That's it. Oh, what I will do to him? I'll be taking care of him, but I'll be showing him his evil. I will show him, seriously. Men, they keep doing this thing. Men, they do it a lot.
they do
Men,
it.
they tell us of love.
There is one
Of
movie
what they do.
I watched from Netflix. I think it was done either Netherlands or something because I was reading the subtitle, it wasn't in English. That video is classic. When I mean classic, every woman should watch it. After watching it, I tried to talk to my friend. I said I can't send it to you, unless if you have yeah, what is it called, Netflix. I will tell you the title to go and search for it. This woman gave up her career. She was I think a musician. Either she plays flute or she plays violin or something. And she was already the one of the best in the state. So they got married. She gave up her career because they had a child that needed attention. So she gave 20 years of her time. And then the boy became of age. The moment the boy became of age, the woman saw another chick that he gave employment in the workplace, made her partner within 1 year, and then started screening the lady. And then what happened? The woman with her investigative eye went back to when they started, when they had nothing, how she forfeited her career. Guess what she did? She made sure she eventually deleted that woman, mm, and then put the woman in a bonfire. They gathered their friends, and that was how the woman was born. Bonfire. The husband was so terrified that he couldn't do anything and he couldn't report because she made him part of everything they did together. So even if you report, you still go to jail. If you don't report, you live in misery. You know that kind of dealing with the man. The woman finished dealing with the man, everything. She said, now you can, next time in your next life, you should not do this to a woman. So that is when I watched it, I say this one was so terrifying. They acted it, but sometimes some of these things are really so what they've researched about and see how women mind their minds could go when they are being humiliated to this point. And when I watched it was when Yul Edochie's case was happening. It was a 20 years marriage, you understand? And then Yul was 17 years. I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Anyway, V Unique, Treasure Gist is telling you, please be coming down. Oh. That was an American movie that I can't remember the name. After 23 years, the man threw her out of the and got another wife, but the second wife ran away when he fell. Woo! You see, they even acted it also on movie. But this one, V Unique is talking about, is real. It happened to her sister-in-law's friend. You can see. They've acted this because it's happening. And to me, women should also wise up. If marriage is not working, find a way to make yourself happy. Pure and simple. Find what makes you happy. Don't go and say, oh, for the sake of what? They said till death do, it's till death till death do you part. I understand. At the same time, marriage is not endurance thing. Marriage should be enjoyed. That's the way I say it. That's the way I say it. I can't thank all of you enough for joining me today in this discussion. We are talking about Yul Edochie in the darkest place right now, and that's exactly how I feel. Him coming out on Instagram to delete every post, even remember he's an ambassador for Life Lager Beer. He deleted everything, including those that he's doing ambassadorial work for. So I don't even know what is going on in his mind right now, his state of mind. He needs our prayers. He needs every prayer we can say for him. He has made his mistake, especially he might not be looking at marrying Judy as a mistake, which I can't fault him. It is choice, not mine. But the mistake I want to say he majorly did was bringing this to the social media. They could have done this thing inside their homes without getting people involved. Even if Gist Lover broke the news, fine. It's your word against mine. You don't have anything to prove to Gist Lover. But I guess because he's a very strong-headed person. Maybe that's why he even said it, that he's strong-headed among all his siblings. Maybe that's why he decided to, as an Odogu that I am, I have to beat Gist Lover to this breaking news. Let me break it myself. It could also be like Joe pointed out here that some women will manipulate their boyfriend or girlfriend and say them, I'm tired of being a side chick. If that means you're not proud of me. It could also be that situation that led you to come online and share the whole information.
See, do you know that manipulating part of it? I was telling my husband that pray you don't meet a desperate woman, because if you do, She will do undo to make you do what you don't want to do. My husband said that word is for the weak men, men that are weak. That there's some men that when you bring up all those things, they will bring you down. I told my husband, see, we women, you see these women supporting women. You see my gender, I dey fear my gender.
Mm-hmm.
When my gender is out for something, they will do anything, even if it warrants 10 heads to go down for them to get what they want. They don't mind. I was trying
Hmm.
to explain to my husband, and my husband is saying it's for the weak men. I said, no, it's not for the weak men. If women come out, this our gender. We strong, nothing strong past us. We are very strong. And when we came out to do something, we must get an answer to that thing before we start.
That is a fact. That is a fact. So, if any man out there listening, so you're hearing from women now, we better fear women, oh, and know the kind you want to do side chick with, because not everybody will let you go. You got some people will like, no, if I'm good to be a side chick, as well like I'm good to be a wife, not minding that you are a married man. So if you're
If you're
dating a married
dating a
man,
married man, hello, ma.
you have to
Yeah, yeah. Sorry for coming in. So, just like what this co-host just said now. So, one thing is, whatever you know, there's one adage in Yoruba that they used to say, "Nkan tí ó bá ní jẹ, má fi run mu," which means that whatever you know that you're not going to eat, don't don't perceive it with your nose. So, whatever that you know that this thing you are not ready for it, it's better you don't go near to it. And that's why my instances will not change on Yul Edochie's matter. That he brought this on himself right from the first day he started having affairs with Judy. He brought it on himself, and he has to take responsibility for that. But the way he even handled the issue, he didn't handle it very well, whereby by depriving May of her rights. Because May had every reason to run away back then when things were rough for you. But she said, but then Judy wasn't there then. You didn't know that Judy was there. May was there with you when everything wasn't right for you, but she decided to stay and fight this fight together with you. Now everything is now good now. That's when you're not realizing that okay, you need somebody else. Okay, there are some now. Okay. Imagine what you said. You said there are some people that will come to your life that you cannot just let them go away. So what are you not trying to say to me? So are you telling me that May doesn't deserve a statue for standing by for you when everything wasn't good for you? So what has Judy actually contributed for you that May hasn't done more than for you? So why are you making that statement that there are some people that will come to your life that you're not going to let them go away? Why did you do such in the first place? So for me, it's still all the blame will still bounce on him. So deleting of his picture, and when people were comparing with Davido deleted his picture. Davido and Yul Edochie is quite different. Both of them cases are quite different. So I can still feel for the video. I can still accept the video's own for deleting those. But him, after all the old drama, after all the old dragging, after all the old boast that is the most talking on Instagram and all those things, denying me, like not regarding her at all of her emotions, and now you're not coming to delete it. Like I feel that it's just useless. It's not. It's of no fact. Like it's of no mean to me again because the deed has been done already. She did that. You were not standing by her. She stood by you when there was nothing for you. She did. Now it's not this time that she's feeling this way. You didn't stand by her to actually acknowledge your mistake. And that's why I keep saying that it is not a mistake for him bringing in Judy to that marriage. It is something that has been going on for over 6 years. So I feel that it was just under a pressure from Judy that okay, fine, if you can't make me your wife, then why are you wasting my time on this one? So probably might have even did some other things that we don't even know that Judy now used that as an opportunity. So that is just my own take. Like it still bounce back on you. He is still the culprit of everything. You should take the blame for everything. And I pray that God be with me because I don't know. Like I'm trying to feel. I'm imagining the kind of emotions he's going through right now, losing a son. No, it's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing, honestly. Thank you.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Let me
Let
see.
me see.
All right.
All
Thank you
right.
so
Thank you
much,
so
Joe.
much.
Thank you so much. The thing is that they both lost a child, both Yul and May, and they are feeling the pain right now. So, no matter how we look at it, they still lost a child, both of them. Treasure Gist, you said I should read the comment you made. Could it be this one? So host, could it be that Yul fell out of love with May and went with Judy? Or what could have made him enter all this mess? What with his full chest when he wasn't even looking for children? See, May is a very slim lady, and Yul sourced the one that is voluminous, and then he went for it. And not only did he go for it, maybe as a single woman, you understand, she will go all out. And this lady Judy must have idolized Yule in the past, waiting for time to happen. And then when they now met each other, it became a hot romance. And from hot romance, they couldn't stop. You understand? Because some people, Judith, for example, is not the only lady that you'll ever had an affair in Nollywood. He can't say she's the only woman. There might have been other women before you. Some of those people that we are talking about Judy on social media, they talked about another lady that Yul was dating before Judy came into the equation. You understand? But the thing is this: some people with longer throats, it could not and they cannot keep their third leg where it's supposed to be. And knowing Nigerian men back home, okay, most Nigerian men back home, they all have side chicks. They all do. They all have side chicks, and that is the problem, because the society is allowing that. They think is the right thing to do. I read a comment on one of the posts they made about Yul. Somebody said that the culture whereby you guys can accept side chicks, your husband cheating on you with many women, but you cannot accept polygamy. That now wow to fear. You understand? That is somebody's comment. To some people, they will even prefer, yes, marry them and bring them home so I know who you're cheating. But to some people, they'll say no. So far, I'm the legal wife. That is fine. Just like that Yoruba actress said, I am the only legal wife of my husband. Why your husband did a traditional marriage in Yoruba land for another Yoruba girl. And they even celebrated 1 year anniversary this year. Oftentimes, I don't know how people look at this legal marriage, legal wife, and all of that. Bride price, the court in Nigeria recognize that as the only thing required for a marriage in Nigeria to be legal. It's not court wedding, it's that bride price. Court wedding means that you cannot marry another woman. Is another way of legalizing it. But so far, they did introduction for you, did bride price for you, and exchange of something was done on your head as a woman. You are a legal wife to that man. That is what most people fail to understand. So she was saying, I am the legal wife. Some women prefer it, I am the one at home. The rest are outside. Let him, after doing, he will come back. So let me get back to this Treasure G's question. Could it be that Yul fell out of love? It could be. According to what Sarah Martin said, that it was love that happened to Yul and Judy. It could be that Yul fell out of love and saw this one that was worshiping him, because Yul now looks fine. He's a fine boy. Money, Pepe don't rest. You understand? So any woman can fall for him. But when May met you, Pepe never rests. You was looking haggard, was not looking all this fine. But this woman has seen you as a fine boy. You understand? It could be. And allow everything. Yul got away with her. Anything Yul wants, she goes ahead to honor. Maybe that's why Yul was swept off his feet and then decided to go with this one. She even, rather, Yul even said that in one of his videos. There are some people that you meet in your life, you wouldn't let them go. And Judy was one of those persons that you will not understand. One day I'm going to share those were his exact words.
Sis, let me tell you, do you know why it looks as if Judy was doing everything that Yul was? Because when you started going for Judy, he tabled his wife. He tabled his wife to Judy, her flops. So Judy now know, this is one of the things that this man don't like. And being the wife is doing it. or maybe the wife has not understand. My husband don't like this because he tabled all those things. He told her all those things. It looks as if Judy is treating him fine or doing anything,
He
anything.
won.
Yes, nice for him. No, that is what men do. When they see men can be stupid though. Sorry for using that word. When they see a new lady, they will just table their wife.
Hmm.
They will table the woman. If you see the way they table that woman will want nothing. And being a side chick where they don't table all these things too, she will try to treat you nice. Those
Yeah,
flaws that your wife have, she will cover it up. It looks as if she's good. Now, I
she's
thought because
perfect.
let it be that he met Judy first before men. Do you think that they will still remain married up till now?
I don't know, but it's difficult to say because that
Yes,
time
it's
there was
difficult.
nothing. There was
Okay,
nothing.
okay. What brought you the out of her marriage? That is the question everybody is asking. If she's so nice, if she's that good, very nice, very humble, very this, very that, why can't she keep her home? That's the question I'm asking.
Hmm.
That is the question I am asking. If she's a very good person, she's down to earth, she's this, she's that, but she couldn't keep her home. And she's coming into another woman's home to form Messiah. Ezigbo mmadụ, very nice person, very humble. Oh no, sis, no, no. Yul Edochie must have told Judy one or two things about the wife. I'm telling you the truth. That is meant for you. My friend told me what happened between she and her husband. Her husband met this lady. Do you know what this man? Every day he will be telling the lady, my wife this my wife self, this my this that, this my wife for that. And the lady captured all those things and was treating the man as if he's king of Muzanga. The man
Imagine.
was like, see somebody that is taking good care of me.
Mm-hmm.
He decided to leave the wife for the girl. Just 2 years, sis, just 2 years. He was crawling back to the wife, begging the wife. The wife said,
Woo!
he have the love of your life. She's the love of your life. You people should continue from where you stop.
Thank
Me,
you.
I am not interested.
But V, let me ask you. Let me ask you. If that should happen to you, will you take the man back?
Even if that man is the only man on this life, even if he's the only man on this earth, I will never go back to my vomit. I have this strong, I can never, I can, hey, oh Jesus. God knows I get where now. Now make it.
You see where I was like, I don't know why May did not divorce this guy so quickly. Do you get what I'm saying? Because somebody cannot humiliate me this much. This much. No, 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 no. It's one thing that you married another woman over me. But to now rubbish to me is Zukwani as if I'm the problem. And he kept preempting the internet people that you people don't know what happened, as if there was something that happened that did that made you marry another wife. All of this we did not know. But that was the impression created. So I keep saying it. Nobody worth dying for. Absolutely. Nobody. If you feel I'm not doing you well, or maybe if you want fall out of love, fall out of love, but don't come back to that love that you fell out. Don't come back, because once that door is shut, now what now key and lock they will take it. So in fact, na cement they will take seal that heart. But people don't get it. But some people have some soft hearts. I've seen a couple, they've broken up 2 times. They came back again. They keep doing it back and
I
forth,
will
back
not try
and
it.
forth,
I
back
will
and
not try it.
Welcome, Nancy's vlog. Thank you for being here. Please pardon me. I didn't forget you. Please, please, thank you for being here. Sharing your bola with another woman, never. Nancy, see, never. All these men, they go share them outside and come back and clean mouth. So don't even go there. Don't even go there. I treated a case here a few days ago. I think it was on Saturday that I treated that case about a Nigerian American man that married left a wife and 3 children, went to Nigeria, and then married another woman, and the woman lives in Dubai. So the man will tell the one in the US, I'm going to Nigeria for the project we have. The woman will bid him farewell, take him to the airport, and give him a last kiss. He will go to Nigeria. From Nigeria, he said he's stopping by at Dubai, and then go there and enjoy the pekus and everything and all the kiss. And then we'll fly back to the US. The wife was seen on camera with you know, flowers. The kids came with balloon. Daddy, 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 daddy. Not knowing he just finished enjoying pickles in Dubai before entering the plane. So that's it. Forget that too. Now because you'll go chop, clean mouth. He chop, the thing chook him for throat. That's why his own came public. So most of them do the same thing. I tell you.
Since I saw that story on the internet, I felt bad.
Thank you.
I
I
felt
talked
bad.
about it here last
Hi, that thing pain me, reach my bone. I
yeah,
felt bad. Men are wicked, though. We have
I
some
tell
men
you.
that they don't have conscience.
Yeah.
Some men don't have conscience, honestly speaking.
Mm-hmm.
When they want to do something to you, they will forget those years that both of you stayed together, your struggles, everything.
Mm-hmm.
They will forget it and they will deal with you. If
Yeah.
a man can do such a thing to that loving wife, that good, it's not as if that woman did anything to him. Oh. Nothing, no,
You know what
nothing
I
at
was
all.
even asking, because they did not say the name of the woman. The name I got was Honey Babe. Honey Babe, I don't know if she's American, or maybe not a Nigerian that prompted the man to go and marry back home. I can't just understand. According to story that they put online, the man wanted to take equity in their property, in their home in the US. The girl said yes. The man, not knowing that the man had gotten an approval of 54 million, they did not say if it was dollars or naira on their own home. It's like my house now. You take equity on this house to go and put in the business of another woman in Dubai. I think I'm now. So if anything happens, you're using my own, the profit I've built over in my house, funding another woman's business in Dubai. Think am. So you see, the only thing you can say, and the only person you can swear for is that child you have in your belly. That's the only person. Women should stop. Oh, my husband cannot do this. What brought this
Yeah,
was
but
Nancy.
since now before they talk that thing, no. Now before they talk, I'm now not they talk am again, no. Even in Cameroon, they will shake up. I know that I don't trust. It's just that only myself I trust. Honestly speaking, I'm
I
telling you the
tell you,
truth.
so some people now for Kate Ross.
Only myself now I trust. Only myself now I trust. I trust only myself. Ah, God of mercy. Hey,
No, when you hear things that one in the US, I really want to follow up that gist. But these days, all these Nigerian news reporters, they don't do investigative reporting anymore to continue a story. They don't. They will just give you breaking news, and that's where it
but
ends.
you know that this lover said that the one in Dubai has been following the one
In the
in
US,
America. Yes,
yeah.
one of her she's in one of her friend lists.
Mhm.
Now, okay, for women, fear my gender.
You know
My
what I'm
gender is
thinking,
too much.
V, I'm going to say this one, Nibu. They feel na no African American, can they get love? Water.
Yes.
That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like that. That's what I'm feeling. Until they will give me that wife in America, the name, then I will be able to make conclusion. Because the thing is this, most of our people here, they will just marry. Most of those women, they don't want to have anything to do with your family. But the case of this story is different. They say they've been going to Nigeria. The man's parents' birthday, they were there. So she was involved in the family. Then why do you have to do this to her? The Igbo adage said, if you bite me in the butt without minding the feces, if I'm going to bite you in the head, it's the brain. You understand? Itamalu nisi without minding. There is a way they say it. I can't remember if I said it right. So that's the thing. This wife in the US is a wife that is involved in the man's family. She asked the man's brother for where he said, no, I don't know anything about it. This the parents. I don't know anything about why they were there at the wedding. There were pictures, videos. So what happened?
This is pure wickedness. Pure wickedness. Shukum. It's Shukum.
Honestly, what
Honestly.
happened?
Mhm.
There is this guy in my village those days. That was when I was in secondary school. He came to the US, and then the mother was visiting. The mother was, they don't know which kind of wife. And they had children, a baby, one, two, three, four, five kids. So the mother was like, this one, you're just burning. You know, they bring them, come home. You know, that kind of a thing. The wife said, I'm not going home. I don't know where that is. I'm not going to somewhere in Africa. You know, that kind of thing. So the mother now came for visit. If the mother is having an intimate conversation with the son, the wife will go and bring a recorder and record their conversation, and then go and give to an Igbo girl to translate for her. So in one of the conversation, the mother was telling the son, "Nebu kan okpara, when are you, what are you doing? If this one is not following you back to Nigeria, come back home and, and marry a wife." You understand? That was how the woman came back with the translation of that conversation and kicked the man's mother out of the home. There are so many scenarios that happen, but this lady's own, I don't know their, if she's Nigerian. I don't know the exact story where she's from. I really need to know to find out, because I'm trying to work on what could make a man think like that or do such things. That's what I'm trying to work on.
No, nothing like that. It's not this narcissism. Pronounce it well for me. All these people, they're very selfish. There is nothing that made that man to do that thing. All the selfish, he's selfish. I mean, he's selfish. As I have seen stories at my friend, I work on, if something happened to you, Vera will never allow that thing to to happen to me. These men are selfish, nothing. Narcissism or what? What did they call them? Very selfish. They only love themselves.
Narcissist, narcissist.
Thank you. God bless you. That's the word. They only love themselves. They only think about themselves. They don't think about anybody around them. Or what's They only think about themselves. My dear, nothing made that man to do anything. All selfishness, narcissism or what do people call it? That is what they are. They are very selfish. Very, very selfish people.
Honestly, guys,
Honestly, guys, this woman is really eating us out. I'm here. I'm also a guy.
Bros, we have good men. Oh. I'm not disputing that. We have good men. When I mean good men, we have good men. We have them everywhere. We have them. But you see, those oh, I don't even know the adjective to qualify them. They are Lamad people. Whew. Oh.
see,
I'm not feeling for you. I'm not feeling anything for that guy. That guy is wicked. That guy is call that name again. A selfish human being.
narcissist.
Yes, thank you. The English not give me pronounce. That is what that guy is. He's selfish. All the too selfish. I'm telling you. They only care about themselves. Every other bit around them, they don't care.
Yeah. You know why? You know why I really feel for him? Because if you look at it in every ramification, if you look at it, he's still the father of those children. Kambili has siblings. Daniela just celebrated her 18th birthday. Yul made noise the day my daughter would turn 18, but unfortunately, with this incident that happened, he didn't have the opportunity of celebrating the girl's 18th birthday. So they have siblings, and he's still their father. You understand? He has made his mistakes, you understand? But at the same time, he still needs our prayers. There is nobody living on earth without flaws. I have mine. You get it? And I try to see things in that perspective. He made a mistake according to us, but to him is not a mistake. Where I fault him deeply is the manner in which he carried on, the way he continued to enjoy the flow on the internet and made so much money from it.
Ma,
That's where I detect.
I don't know why each time you talk about saying what he did is a mistake. I don't know why. I don't know. There's a spirit inside me that always oppose that motion. I don't know. Each time you keep mentioning is he made a mistake. Because to me, I don't see it as a mistake. Like this is just because there's a difference between someone you making a mistake and admitting to the fact that okay, this is a mistake. I am sorry, and working to like I said, we are not perfect, but you see those efforts that we put into being perfect. That is what really matters. Sometimes okay, you can say somebody okay, you can have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, and you say okay, guy, I don't like this thing you're doing. Though that thing might be part of what the guy has been doing all this while, and you seeing it, fine. It might not be easier for the guy to change all of a sudden, but you see those efforts when you notice the effort that this guy is putting in ensuring that okay, he wants to change for you because he wants you in his life. It is those efforts that count, and it is those efforts that you now see there and now said, okay, oh, this guy really wants to change. Then you can now know how to apply. Then you can now know okay if you can cope with it or you continue. So Yul in the first place didn't even make any effort, wasn't remorseful of what he did in the first place. So I don't see that as a mistake. If you can't really admit it as a mistake, then using it to
So,
start.
so see, what I say mistake is not him marrying his second wife. Okay, well, the mistake he made was bringing the story to the internet. That's the mistake. That's the biggest mistake he made. And I continued to enjoy the cruise, according to him. Enjoy the dragon. He continued to fuel it. That is his greatest mistake by my standard, because I can be here and not want him to have a second wife because he already has a full family. But I cannot decide for him how to run his affairs. So to him, marrying Judy might not be a mistake to him because he's also enjoying Judy. They've been in that relationship, according to the story that made the news, for 6 years. So 6 years relationship is not a mistake. It's not a one night stand. But the mistake he made was breaking that news on the internet. And even after he broke the news on the internet, he did not think about how to, handle his affairs in his home, how to go back to the house to see if he can mend fences with his first wife. Because the way you brought it to the internet, May claiming that she was not aware the husband has taken a second wife, that was the opportunity for him to say, okay, no, May, I am sorry. Can we ever amend? And all of that. He might have pleaded that he's sorry, but May could not come to terms in working that kind of relationship, having another woman with my husband as co-wives. Not everybody can accept polygamy. It's a difficult thing. My mother will tell you that it's a absolutely difficult thing to imagine. I could remember growing up those days, there was somebody I said, what we said when we saw how the woman was behaving, we said, thank God our father never married a second wife. Because only God knows if our father had married a second wife, what would have become of us when our father passed? So the thing is this, in every angle we look at it, bringing that news to the internet, to me, was the biggest mistake you'll ever made. I tell you categorically, I know of men in Nigeria, they have women. In Abuja, there was a schoolmate of ours, the husband passed in Abuja. This lady could not come to terms on Facebook to share the condolence message of the husband. But she told us it's her husband. People start asking, when you lose your husband, you can't just be posting things on Facebook without talking about the pain and sorrow you're going through. So people start like insinuating what is going on here, what is going on, what is going on. One of them happened to reach out to me that I want to believe that this girl is one of the man's side chicks, that maybe he bought properties for them in Abuja. They live by on their own with their children. Because you cannot tell me that your husband will pass, you will not say a word about him, and you're busy posting other people's pictures on Facebook. It's not that you. Now he started asking me a question: who will lose a husband? 3 days after, you're on Facebook. 2 days after, you're on Facebook. And 3 weeks, you have consistently been on social media after losing a husband. Now, that man no be husband. That man is what men they had children for. And it happens in Nigeria. Somebody was telling me that, see, is it what you messed up the whole thing? That guys, they have families apart from their own family that people know. They have other families in Nigeria. And young girls, they don't care. You even see a young girl targeting Obi Kubana. How I wish I can have a child for Obi Kubana. There are women, young women, that is what they are wishing, looking for who to lure to just have a child for that person. They do these things. It's in the society, but you did his own and then continued to fan it. It became very upsetting to Judy's fan, sorry, to May's fans. And women that have gone through polygamy or were born into polygamy, they could not come to terms with his reaction, with the way he carried on, because they are seeing their mother's pain as in May. They are seeing what they went through growing up in polygamy. They don't want that to happen to another person. They don't wish that to happen to another person. So they came out for you. And look at what it has resulted. Even up until now, some people are still saying on the comment section that you deserve what is happening to him. That is only me they empathize with. But at the same time, you lost his son. Anyhow we look at it, that's why I say he has made his mistake. It's not for us to judge him, but for God to judge him. I am flawed 100%. Every day I try, ask God to help me to be better version of myself. You made his own mistakes. You understand? But at the same time, he needs our prayers. He is in the darkest of places right now. Likewise, May. May is also going through a lot. All they need now is our prayers. All they need now is our support. No matter how we look at it, that's what they need now. So V Unique, I hope I've been able to like make you understand that you also need prayers. That we should
Sis,
please pray for him.
man, that guy is a proud guy. See him, he's a proud guy. As in his own ego. I don't know where he on the carry and go. He's too proud. And you
Yes,
know what comes with proud?
a fall.
Okay. So that's that guy's problem. He has a very big problem. And he's a selfish human being. I'm not feeling anything for him, seriously.
Wow.
How I wish such a thing did not happen to me.
Yes.
That lady is in my prayers. I pray for her. How I wish is not me, honestly. Happening for such a thing to happen to any other person, I'm not praying for that. But for to me, how I wish is not me, honestly speaking. You see that guy, that proud guy, he's not in any dark place. Only a reasonable nyara. That guy be a selfish human being. Only a buwere. I'm telling you the truth. You see, these proud people, they don't change. They listen his Instagram post and all that. That does not change who he is and the mistakes he has done. This type of people, tell them their mistakes on their face, they will not change. Obe Kubana said something to Daddy Freeze. Because when this thing came up the next day, they went for party in Obi Kubana's house. Obi Kubana was like, these people was in my house. They had fun. Where is this one coming from? This guy made so many enemies because of this nonsense. So many enemies.
Yeah.
People that will be there for him. He made so many enemies.
Yeah.
Over what? Over Guinea. The woman, if they were known, or the one at home, is times 20 prettier than the one you went for.
Usually like that. Usually the case.
Times 20. And Obi Kubana was like, what is going on? What happened? You see all these desperate girls. Oh Jesus. I keep telling my husband. Any woman you see on the road say you're beautiful. We women, we are moved by what anything our hear, our ear, anything they hear. Hey, you are beautiful. You think that that you are beautiful is on her head, though. Tomorrow she will come up with that. I'm sis natural, they tell you. I'm telling you the truth. That is how we work, we women. That is how we work. That is how we are programmed.
Sorry, I want to come into what V Unique just said now. I think what she said is actually true. Because, I almost fell into this kind of scenario. There was this group page I was into. There's a Facebook page. So there was one lady I met there. We are just chatting normally, and in that group there, we just catch clues like, okay, how are you, baby? How are you, Bobo? And when I just called with her, I said, "How are you, baby? How are you doing?" She said, "Bobo, I'm fine," all those kind of stuff. And we are just like talking like that. Ma, do you know that this lady actually took up those words? To the essence, she even went to my Facebook Messenger. Eh, she now edits the nickname to Baby Boo. When I saw it, I was like, Baby Boo. I said, let me be watching. Later on, and I noticed that anytime I go to my Facebook, if I go and comment, I comment on maybe one lady's picture, she will come into my messenger and start asking me, how many baby do I have? I'll not be like, how many baby do I have? Like, what is happening? I just kept quiet until later. I had one of my godmother who was also in the group too. So I went to tell my godmother, I said, see what this person is doing. That I don't understand. My godmother said, don't worry, just be calm with her. See when she later spill what is in her mind. And lo and behold, she later came out and spill what is in her mind that this blah 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 blah. I told her, madam, you see that place where they go? I better just come back. Number one, I never had any intention of anything. So all these things, and besides, I already have somebody who I'm in a relationship with, and I cannot double date. Like she was not like but is what is there that what's there that there's nothing in double dating. I said for you there might be nothing, oh. But for me, I took like she was not like, is it a hold or is it that I swear? I said no. This is just a personal discipline for my own self. Like I'm not gonna ever involved in such thing. But I'm like, okay, that she hopes that love will find out what I say, amen. Oh. But for me, just count me out. I am not interested. So imagine now, I didn't just, if even if I'm not interested, with the way she had come up with it, and if not that the self discipline I had for myself, I'm not going to update. With that kind of approach now, definitely I will have fought for it. But this is because I already said, okay, I'm not double dating. And that's why I was able to avoid it. But trust me, there are some many other guys that will see chance opportunities and they will never avoid it. They will go for it. And this is the kind of situation that you found himself inside of it. So that is
Yeah,
my own
there is
contribution.
something. Let me. Something unique said here. Okay, Treasure's gist actually. She said she was responding to Nancy. At Nancy, I think for Judy, Yule is her dream come true. Remember, it was because of her career that she left her ex. And then meeting Yule was a strategy of getting to the industry, that is Nollywood industry. What did Judy stand to lose when she's already a divorcee? You understand? And that is, this thing carry weight a lot. You know, she idolizes you and then Pet Edochie. Imagine getting into that family. Oh, the ideal man, ideal family. But the thing is this, it takes a good woman to build that your so-called ideal man, ideal family. If not that May stood by you, they started making babies when they were practically nothing. When they had nothing, they were so young at the time. If Yule is 41 and the first child is already 18, think about it. How old he was when he had the first child. So May could be Yule's first love or maybe a high school love. You understand? But it took May burning everything. So Yule was 23 when he had his first child. May stood by this guy. They were building together. That's why you turned out to be that person that Judy idolizes right now. You understand? So this thing Treasure just wrote here has a lot of weight. So Judy saw an opportunity of penetrating the Nollywood industry, getting famous, making money. It could be why she went for you, and then you coming close and all of that. But the thing is this, they
Sorry,
could
ma.
have
Sorry for cutting you short, ma. I still feel that, no, fine. You might see an avenue to explore to get where you want. But to me, it's still, yeah, that is Judy's aim. You get, and I believe that Judy had made several advances to you, and you would have been aware that okay, this lady that is coming, she's not just coming just for the opportunity, but she also wants to take charge. So I feel you should have seen those advances and should have if truly he was being honest to his family and took his family very serious, he should have called her to attention and said, Madam, at least I know Judy is aware that he's married already. So you should have cautioned her and told her, okay, what we are in here for is just for business, and that is all. So for you to have allowed those things to continue like that, so definitely like everything still boils up to the fact that you fucked it up. Like he messed everything up. Because you can't tell me you didn't see the advances this girl was bringing to you right from when it started. So you should have cut it short and know your boundary. Like, hey, madam, please know your boundary. We are here for anytime we are here. Because I even saw a movie. I
Joe,
saw a movie that both of them even actually did together, and people were like, maybe that was when all these things has been going on. So you should have just told that, madam, if we are here for business, let's settle the business and let's move on. So for him to have allowed those advances to come in, and yet he was calm with it. No. He messed it up, honestly.
all right, Joe. It's easy when we are on the other
On the
side.
other side,
For men,
for men,
how many men will tell you no, somebody's making, they want to chop and clean mouth, but unfortunately, some of the choppings, they chew them for truth. Kobana Chief Priest now has a child with a Kenyan woman, which we don't know if it's truly his child or not. DNA is going to prove that eventually, and the news will still be made on Gist Lovers table. Then we'll get to hear the information. The thing is this, they have gotten into it. It is what it is. But my question is, do we think that Yul and Judy will ever be together again after this whole thing? Especially with that kind of prophecy that Prophet Ebuka said it was somebody that it was Juju, that it was sacrificed, they used the boy. Do you think Yul and Judy will come back again? Or do you think May and Yul will mend fences and come back as a couple? V, what do you think on this one, viewing it?
Sis, no smoke without fire. You know that.
Mhm.
In every rumor, there is an atom of truth. There is one lady from Uganda. I don't know if you know this, was her name. Patience on her vlog from Facebook. This lady said something. She said, I'm from Uganda, I'm not from Nigeria. Yul Edochie's son, the one he just lost, is disturbing me in my dream.
Wow.
Why should it be me? He said a lot of things. Just type Patience vlog in Facebook and listen to what that woman have to say.
Wow.
No fire, no smoke without fire. What Prophet Ebuka said by the truth. Sis, polygamy bad.
Yeah,
He
he
bad
said
well
that.
well. Una no dey understand, he bad. He bad. I'm telling you the truth.
My husband is from a very mega polygamous home.
Like my father.
He's
Like my father.
his father his father married 10 wives and maybe
My
10 wives.
grandfather married more than 10.
Wait
That
now,
man,
10
he
wives
is
and
the
maybe
man
8
of the
concubines or 6 concubines. And
How your
according
husband
to
say?
them, he said growing up, their home was like a marketplace because you see children. Some people that, some of the elder sisters to my husband have his mother's age mates. You understand? So the man married for a long span of life and he really lived so long. They said he died at 120, age 120 or there, or 106, age 106. So he lived a very long life and he was the Igwe of their place. He was the royal, the Amayarabo of their place for over 50 years. So you can understand. And then to him, or rather, what I'm seeing since I married into they are brothers, especially the males. They are so united. The boys in the family, They speak with one voice, they understand each other, they respect each other. And then the women, the few that I was privileged to meet, because most of them are already passed, you know, so they still come together as a family. But I can't come out here and tell you it's all rosy, it's all sweet, because I wasn't there. You understand? And it's not everything I will come and start knowing what happened 50 years ago, what happened 30 years ago, 20 years ago, and all of that. Like I said, some of his sisters are his mother's age mates. So it's a very funny one, but to most people, I don't see anybody that have come out here to tell me categorically that polygamy worked so well for them. I've not really seen, except what I'm experiencing with my husband and his siblings. They are one. There is actually nothing one will be doing, the other will not be there. If one is sick, the other. So I like that aspect of them, and I respect that so much. But I asked my husband and the brother, how come none of you had the balls to marry a second wife? They said I they crazy. They say sometimes they sit down to ask themselves questions. What was their father thinking about in the first place? But it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. Polygamy, like most people said, is not easy. Some of us did not get to witness what it was like. And so it is what it is. Honestly, it is what it is. So, guys, V, you were telling me if you were, you said there was no smoke, there is no smoke without fire in terms of what Prophet Ebuka said. And then I'm asking again, do you think Yul Edochie and Judy will eventually move on as husband and wife, or do you think this is the end of the relationship?
So I don't, I'm Pet, being the father, is a traditional man, and I know that that man will go places to find out
Yes,
what
I know that.
happened.
That's why I'm not even flinging on that one. I know he will do
The
that.
man will go places
Mhm,
to find out what happened.
mm.
I pray, Igbo, we have tradition.
Yes, no.
And according to what they said, according to what bloggers said, they said that Judy's bride price have not been returned. The first husband.
No, it was returned. Don't mind the man, please. It was returned.
Okay, it was returned.
Yes, the man
Okay,
refused to take the money. They had to return it in court, and that is full return.
okay.
I even have
Thank
court
you.
document to show for that.
Okay, very good. So the man made some claims that what Judy did to him. And according to another, all these blogs, that's why I don't believe what they're saying.
Mhm.
They said the man went an extra mile. All this Amara, all this that the man went there to place Judy there. You understand me? So let's say somebody another thing is, you see here, I told you that that guy is a very selfish human being. Do you remember there was one certain time a lady came up to said, Yul Edochie got her pregnant and refused to take custody of the child, refused to take care of the child. I don't know whether you remember one fine girl like that. The story. There was a time before all this Judy of 18, there was nothing like Judy. She came out and said, that you see this guy, he has committed a lot of atrocity, a lot of sin to so many people, has break so many people's hearts, and they have placed him so many places. And even here in Anaba, when they
Mhm.
placed him all those places, and when the Amara came to you, he could not get you. He will go straight to where? Straight
Yeah,
to your children.
to the children.
That is it. So
Mm.
the first one goes to Judy and Yul Edochie, the two committers association. That is it. From there is just a clean woman, a housewife on her own, and her husband is combining, and bringing home. So the question should go to Judy and Yul, because these two people, they can offend people, they can offend. So the thing is that it will go to them. Now they sabi after all these things, because I know Pet Edochie, he will go extra mile.
Yeah.
the brother, Link or what? What is that guy name? He came out to say something.
Yeah, evil, that evil has
You
expiration
heard what
date.
he said. So I pity Judy. I pity one you I pity her. What will happen to her? I pity her. You want that? One girl said that so many men you're seeing that are successful is the favor from their wife.
Yeah, you know the saying. The saying is very simple. Behind a successful man, there is a woman. There
But
is a
it's the
woman.
favor from their wife. Coming to snatch that man, you can snatch principalities, snatch witches and wizards, snatch
Mm,
rubbish, snatch
mm,
nonsense. It's the favor from the wife.
mm.
You see, man is one woman I know and I can attest to that woman carry grace. She carry grace. She carry grace. Okay, Judy, you came into the picture. See what is happening. That girl who bad luck.
Mm.
Bad luck to the first husband. Bad luck to Yul Edochie. Let him go and sort himself. And I know they pity that guy. You sorry to say.
I said it here before, and I said it in my previous live stream. At this point, you might be regretting, why, what did I get myself into? As a human being, you understand? You like, oh, why did I get myself into this? That might be one of the things that might have crossed his mind. We don't know, and those things we can never hear about them. But the thing is, this is unfortunate that the Edochies are mourning at this time. It's unfortunate, like you said. I know Pete Edochie is not going to sit quiet. Of course, he's going to make inquiries. He's going to go extra mile to find out what actually happened or what is going on in his home. And a lot of people are saying that the Obasi is still angry. This person is angry. The thing is this might not have direct impact from Judy. You understand? It could be other things around that might have impact on this. But however it is, if we are going to hear most of those things, I'm not sure we're ever going to hear most of those things. If they found out anything after consultation or meeting or visiting, they might not be able to share that on social media. It's unfortunate it has happened, and it's really very sad that maybe this serious thing is what is taking you to understand how insensitive some of his actions were towards his first wife, because most of those things he posted, he shared how he carried on cruising on Instagram were highly insensitive, not minding that each time he's making those utterances, Odogunwoke Meizukwanike is piercing so deeply into the broken heart already. So it's unfortunate it happened that way. However, there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. And the light I'm asking every one of us is to pray for them, including you. We should have this heart of forgiveness, just like Christ said, to be able to forgive those that offended us. And even those we offended, we should also ask that God will help to forgive them. At the same time, pray for you. He is in a dark place right now. This blacking out on Instagram and deleting us, that is their new way of mourning, or showing their grieving on social media. At the same time, we should pray for them. As we are praying for May, we are praying for you, because you know what? Yul is still the father of those children. And I say the good Bible said we should love even our enemies. So that's why I'm saying here, let's as well pray for you. Whatever it is that is going on in his mind, may it not swallow him. May all of them come out of this triumphant to have good memories of their son, what to share about Kambili. They have made 16 years of memories. Let there be something very, very tangible for them to hold on to that will carry them through difficult times and for the rest of their lives, because they are going to live with this as long as they live on planet Earth. That is the fact. So, Joe, before we conclude, I'm going to ask you to give us one or two pointers before we conclude. And then V, we also conclude, and then we'll call it a day. You guys have been absolutely, absolutely amazing. I got today two champions of polygamy. Don't cheat on your wife. Don't mess up with that woman. If you're claiming to have fallen out of love, you better rewind that love to get back to where the love started in the first place. So, Joe, in a nutshell, what do you have to tell our audience? Joe, are you still here?
All right. Yeah, I'm here, man. This place is noisy. Okay, let me just cut it. Let me just cut it short. So the thing is, I do hope that both parties will find peace. Like, I just pray that this thing will just pass by. Like, I wouldn't wish it for my enemy. And like I always say it several times here, like I don't support polygamous. And it has happened already, just like we said. No matter how I keep blaming you for everything that happened, it has happened already. So I just pray that they can be able to like pass through this tempting time, this temptation, this challenge they are facing now. It's not easy and then. So and you asked V a question that uh, if Yul and Judy will marry. Well, depending on the outcome of whatever Peter Edochie comes about. But I mean, I don't want to go for that. Let me just put that way. I just wish them all the best, and I pray that they just pass throughout the challenge they're facing. That's all.
Thank you so much, Joe. I really appreciate. So, V, in a nutshell, what do you have to tell us about the whole thing in a nutshell?
My prayer to them is that God should give them the fortitude to bear this loss. You
Amen.
see, a loss of a child is one thing I don't pray for my enemy. Also, God, the one that want to kill me. I don't
Amen.
pray that for you because my mother still remembers her child she lost 40 years ago.
40 years
So
ago.
I don't pray such prayer for my enemy. My prayer goes to me. I keep saying it to him. I'm so sorry. I'm forgiving him. But my prayer goes to that young lady, that pure woman that was there for him all this while. And he
Yes.
decided to pay him back like this. Because if this man did not start all these things, this thing might not happen. I keep saying it. I don't know why my spirit keep telling me that. Because that unity will still be there. They will still look out for each other. Because all these things came up, there was division. They don't talk to each other. Maybe their talk might be on phone. Okay, and this person, all these things are good for. When all these things come into the family, it affects the children more than any other person. It's the
Yeah.
children. Adults, they can take care of themselves.
Yes.
But for children, it affects them a lot. If these people are good in unity and they are there for each other, the way they are, sis, these things will not happen. And they
Yes.
tell you true. Because they will have a close eyes on those children.
Hmm.
Yes. When it comes to divorce, separation, it affects the children more. When it
Yeah.
comes to when one partner start messing up, it affects the children. I'm telling you the truth. My children go come to suffer waiting two adults when not get sense. They do. These children that suffers it. But I just pray that God be with men. Now men carry picking. Now men share umbilical cord with military. Now men they sympathize with. You see that way they do. Honestly speaking, that guy he's so pregnant to the next level. I don't know him. And I pray, my prayers to him is for him to get sense. That's my prayer for him. Make him get sense. Maybe
Amen.
this will teach him sense. Make him get sense because that guy is the most senseless human being I've ever seen on this earth. Even guys, his fellow guys, don't support him. For you to see, say, you don't get sense. A fool at 40, forever. Chineke Kupana. I'm at the 40, but forever. God forbid. That guy only needs sense. My prayer for him is God to give him sense.
Amen.
Chineke, give you the share sense because he lacks wisdom, he lacks sense. That's all I have to say.
Thank you so, so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. You are amazing. Thank you. Thank you for the passion you spoke from the heart. And women listening to us and men as likewise. Please, please, please Just know there are so many negative things that is associated with polygamy. And if you cannot handle polygamy, don't even start in the first place. Don't let your third leg, put it right back inside. If your wife is no longer bringing the ginger, find a way to spice up that relationship. What you're looking for outside, you already have it inside. Look inward, you'll be able to appreciate that woman. That other woman out there, there is nothing more beautiful from that woman out there. Joe dropped again. He was here before. Joe, what happened? You came back. I guess you wanted to ask something. Joe, are you coming back because I'm running up? Joe, let me know if you have anything to add. You can put it in the comment section. All right, I'm not hearing from Joe, so I'll be concluding today. Thank you guys immensely for joining me. And I have one thing to say. When you lower the edge, the Bible says when you lower the edge, the serpents, strikes. And we should have that at the back of our mind. We might think, oh, I'm tired of this woman. I've lived with this man for 50 years, for 30 years. I've seen people that divorce at 30. I've seen people that divorce after 30 years of marriage, after 15 years of marriage. The lives of Jeff Bezos of Amazon separated after many years of marriage. Bill Gates, that we know, separated after many years of marriage. So the thing is this, finding our happiness is what is going to help us in the long run. And realizing that nobody worth dying for. Okay, Joe is back. Joe, you wanted to say something. I know you wanted to say something. That's why you came back. Joe, are you here? Thank you so much, Uju. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being a member. I started my membership yesterday. Imagine I've done 2 hours without even talking about my membership. You see, in the membership. On your one. Thank you so much. I just got registered yesterday. I set it up yesterday. I haven't made an official announcement about it. Thank you for becoming a member of Oyoyo. You might have been my first member. Thank you immensely. And thank you for the super chat. God bless you real good. What more can we say? May God comfort the Edochies. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, Joe, you wanted to say something. Okay, I lost him again. All right, Joe, that might be next time. Please join me on Thursday for another discussion. So I want to say this thing in my conclusion. When you lower, the Bible says when you lower the edge means the edge of protection, guiding you and your family or everything you do. So when you lower the edge by getting into unrighteousness and iniquity, the serpent will strike. And that is what a lot of people out there believe that's what happened to the Yul Edochie and May's son. Because Yul opened up the family and maybe May became busy, which she wasn't extremely that busy before when she was nurturing and raising the children. And then Yul was permanently at Enugu with his second, not permanently, mostly at Enugu with his second wife and all of that. So there is this vacuum that the second wife thing brought to their family. And at the same time, started affecting the children. We all know when the family as a unit is not in one piece, it affects so badly on the kids because they are still struggling with their own emotion. Those going through puberty are still trying to understand their body, still trying to understand the society. Now, the pain is also coming from the home front. So it's a lot for a child to swallow. It's a lot for a child to understand. We don't know how their home front has been since the new second wife inception. It's unfortunate that this happened to the Edochie, and especially at this time that May is trying to survive the second wife story. In any way we look at it, losing a child is one of the most difficult things that could happen to a woman. I saw my mom lose a son, and till date, she still remembers him. She still says, if my first son were here, who will come into the compound and talk to me anyhow? Nobody. If the first son, if my son, there is endless. They will continue to talk about it. So if you're out there listening to me today, one thing you can do for this couple is to pray for them. Hold May Edochie in your prayers and in your thoughts. Likewise, Yul Edochie. To us, he might have said that he did something bad. Wow, the unique way. Today is dollar rain for me. Thank you so much. Not only did you spend all your time with me today on this live stream, you're blessing me with a super chat. God bless you immensely. I really appreciate. Thank you so much. Thank you, beautiful. And feel well. We need you back in the street. Thank you so, so much. All right. So what am I saying is this? It's very difficult to handle the loss of a child. So please put them in your prayers. Put Yul Edochie in your prayers that God will give them the comfort they need at this time, that God will console all of them, all the family members. And to the siblings of this 16-year-old Kambili that passed, may God envelop them in his love and care. May he protect them. Daniel Edochie, you're soaked and covered with the blood of Jesus. I don't know the other siblings' name, and your two brothers. God is going to wrap you guys around his palms. No evil will come near you. No evil will come near your dwelling. With his love and compassion will he envelop you guys. Protection and edge he has round and round you. Nothing, no harm will come your way. Yul Edochie, we pray you find comfort in the Lord. We pray you find peace in the Lord. And if you feel that whatever it is, may God grant you peace. May God grant you comfort at this most difficult time in your life. And to me, I don't know what to say than to tell you that God, in his wisdom, God will see you through. God will be there for you in the night, in the day, in the morning. He will be there for you every second of the day. He will continue to hold you. He will never leave you, not even for 1 second. God will keep you. God will protect you. God will give you some memories that you're going to remember your son with. As you grieve and mourn, may God console you. We can say everything. We can say all. The only thing we owe you now is prayers. That God will lift you up. That God will make a way for you and make this journey lighter. This thing is not anything you wish to your enemy. What May is going through, you don't wish that. Look at my co-host. The mother lost a son 40 years ago. That few weeks ago, she broke down crying. If my son were to be alive today, he would have been married now. He would have built a house. He would have been here with grandchildren. Those are the things that you cannot explain to anybody. You can't explain, but you know what? God will make it lighter. He will see you through. May Edochie, God will see you through. God will help you. He will help you. That hand you're stretching out, God is already lifting it. This will not swallow you. Rather, you come out triumphant. May you hold on strong to that God that you've been holding. Hold him tight. He will never leave you, not for 1 second. The journey is a very difficult one. I saw my mother. I know I cannot feel the pain she feels as my mom losing a child, but I can see that from her garnishing of teeth. It got to the point that if you're in a room with my mother and the place is quiet, she will be chewing her teeth. That was when I realized what it means for somebody to garnish teeth. But as time goes on, it became lighter. God will make a way for you, May Edochie. He will see you through. Trust me. This will not break you beyond what you have already gone through. God will make you a stronger person. He will wipe every tears. He's going to clean everything. He's going to soothe every sorrow. And to you, I pray that God comfort you. May God lift you out from any dark place you are right now. May he lift you out of it. And in the same like man, I pray for all the Edochies that God will see you guys through in this period of mourning. May God comfort each and every one of you. No matter your level of pain, may God comfort you. May God soothe the pain. May he make it easy for all of you. And having said that, I want to thank all of you for joining me today. You all are amazing. You all are precious. You all are wonderful. Thank you for your contributions. Thank you for pouring out your heart and your soul and your emotion with me. I really appreciate all of you. Remember, I do have live streams like this 3 times a week. On Thursday will be another day with another interesting conversation, another interesting topic. But please, 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 if you're coming to watch this video at the end of it, say a prayer to the Edochies. That's what I'm asking for everyone. And if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, I'm sorry I didn't say that in the middle of the conversation because we are carried on with what we are discussing. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel today. And if you're if you're watching from Facebook, don't forget to follow. And don't forget to leave me your comment in the comment section. Before I end all my live streams, I come here with one thing for sure, that you are worthy. You that is listening to me, you that is watching me, if you're a woman, you're worthy. If you're a man, you're appreciated. Remember, you have to love yourself enough so that you can be able to share love. You cannot give what you don't have. So knowing that loving yourself is the beginning of your joy and peace and happiness, that will help you to be able to extend that love and affection to others. And remember, kindness. You cannot give what you don't have. Be kind to yourself so that you can be kind to others. And one more thing, that kindness is a muscle, so grab one. Until I see you guys in my next live stream, don't forget my channel is fully back. I do have membership. You can join my membership to support me from coming here to have this kind of conversation. Promote my channel by sharing this live stream. Like this video as well, and tell a friend to join Oyoyo's World, Oyoyo Ndokie's Kitchen, on another live stream on Thursday. Remember, God loves you more than you know it. Ciao, ciao.